Masakit at higit sa lahat, nakakagalit na masilayan ang aming mahal na ama, ang aking mahal na asawa sa kanyang pinagdaraanan ngayon, sapagkat ang kanyang pagdurusa ay hindi bunga ng pagsuko sa isang kasalanan, kundi isang pagsuko sa sistemang pumayag sa kawalan ng hustisya, sa kawalan ng tunay na katarungan, kung saan ang inosente ay pinipiit at binubusalan.
What's up at welcome sa Pochoklak. Sa channel nito may kong sumuri ng mga relo ng mga kilalang personalidad at magbigay sa inyo ng masabot kayang alternatibo. Dahil hindi na nakakapagbudots si former Senator Bong Revilla, minabuti ko na sa video nito sumuri ng mga sample ng mga relo na sinusuot ni Congresswoman Lani Mercado Revilla. Pagkatapos po niya na magbibigay ako ng recap ng mga relo na isinusuot ni Budots Boy pati ni Budots Jr. at magbibigay po ako ng opinion tungkol sa mga relo na meron sila. Bago po tayo magsimula, wrist check po muna. Suot ko ngayon ang Vario Versa. Ang Vario ay isang watch micro brand na based sa Singapore. At ang Versa na relo nila ay isang napaka-unique na relo and it's got a novel idea behind it. Re-reviewin ko po ang relo na ito and kung interesado kayo sa review na yan, kung gusto nyo malaman kung para sa inyo ba ang relo na ito, please subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon para ma-notify kagad kayo pag nag-drop ang video para sa review ng relo na ito. Hindi na akong papaligoy-ligoy pa. Tara na! Dito tayo sa unang relo ni Sad Girl, Congresswoman Lani Mercado Revilla. Ang kailangan po nating tingnan muna yung case niya, the shape specifically, which is TV-shaped siya. Tapos yung kulay nito na it appears to be rose gold just based on this photo. Pag tinignan nyo yung gilid ng mga case, parang may mga tenga dyan. And then next, let's take a look at the bracelet and just the fact that it's integrated to the case in terms of the design. Ibig sabihin, hindi mapapalitan ang relo nito basta-basta ng strap. And apart from that, the style of the links and the color as well, na rose gold din yung kulay nung bracelet, which is color matched to the case of this watch. Finally, let's take a look at the dial where you'll see that it appears to be brownish in this specific case. At sa mga katangyan, I think this is a Patek Philippe Nautilus 71181R. So, ang relo na ito, it's the version of the Nautilus for ladies. And that just means, as is usually the case, smaller case dimensions. So the baseline Patek Philippe Nautilus measures 40 millimeters across, while this version of the watch measures 35 millimeters across. Another thing to note here, to highlight the femininity of this watch as opposed to your typical Nautilus models, would be the rose gold case and bracelet, which I think elevates it and makes it quite elegant. Ngayon, ang SRP ng relo na ito, it's almost 4.2 million pesos, but due to the scarcity of this watch, dahil nga patok na patok ang mga Nautilus and especially the integrated bracelet sports watch style these days, on the secondary market, dahil sa mga factors na yan, it sells for up to 8 million pesos. And what's really funny about this watch, something na na-highlight ko na before sa mga iba kong videos, in spite of the sports watch style, in spite of the name Nautilus, which normally you associate to things related to water, this watch has a measly water resistance rating of 30 meters. Ibig sabihin yan, Congresswoman Lani Mercado Revilla, hindi nyo po magagamit safely ang relo na ito sa baha, and you would be putting it at high risk of breaking, especially yung movement na ganito. It would really cost you a lot, and I just wouldn't risk it if I were you. Hindi katulad ng mga relo ni former Senator Bong pati ni Budots Jr., yung mga relo nila typically you can use in the water, but for you, I think you're a bit more elegant in terms of the styling. So ingat lang po when using your watch sa mga baha, or kung gagamitin nyo pang swimming, hindi po viable na gamitin ang relo na ito and expect it to withstand such use cases. For the alternative, I'm proposing the Timex Q Timex, specifically this version na mapapansin nyo medyo elegant yung dating niya compared to the typical Q Timex that I recommend to you here on this channel. So kung loadin nyo po si Congresswoman Lani Mercado Revilla, nire-recommend ko to dahil same integrated bracelet style, rose gold tone case and bracelet. However, in terms of the concessions, syempre mas elegant yung kay Madam Lani. Ang kailangan nyo pong maintindihan pagdating sa concessions, una yung movement, quartz ang movement ng relo na ito. Next, yung materials. So mapapansin nyo, yung relo na ito, gumagamit siya ng gems. Yun ang pinakaunang noticeable dyan na concession when it comes to the materials. But the more critical one would be the material of the case and the bracelet, which in this specific case, rose gold coated lang yung mga yan, as opposed to the Nautilus na talagang rose gold ang ginagamit nila. Apart from that, the finishing on these two watches will be night and day. Sobrang layo ng finishing yan, especially when you have them in hand. The Timex is going to be rough around the edges. But this watch, it just retails for 13,995 pesos. A minuscule fraction of the cost of the Nautilus at SRP, and even especially the secondary maximum secondary market selling price. And in fact, this watch is also on sale right now. Sells for 9,795 pesos sa website ng Timex Philippines. And as I typically say on this channel and my many videos recommending Timex, you'd be supporting Filipino livelihoods kung bibili kayo ng Timex, because they have a huge production in Cebu by virtue of their factory there. Sa relo naman na ito ni Congresswoman Lani Mercado Revilla, ang kailangan po nating tingnan the way that the bracelet and the case of the watch, they seem to be very flush. So parang napaka seamless nung itsura nila just from a visual point of view. Tapos bukod dyan, let's take a look at the color of the case and the bracelet. They have the silver tone. And then let's look at the bezel, specifically the side bezels. Makikita nyo parang may makikislap dyan. They appear to be gems there. And if you look at the dial, it's colored black. At dahil mga katangian natin, ito sa Patek Philippe 24, 4910 10A. So, the 24 line of watches from Patek Philippe, as I mentioned in previous videos, it's typically the entry point for Patek Philippe. It's less desirable than their other watch lines or watch collections, and even on the secondary market, this is just more accessible compared to other Patek Philippe models. And this is something that I typically see with politicians or wives of politicians or people related to politicians. The ladies, they just love the Patek Philippe 24 collection, specifically this version. And there's an even more updated version of this watch today. And I think it's a really elegant look. And as I mentioned earlier, it's just a good gateway into Patek Philippe if you have the money. But this specific version of the watch, it's already discontinued, but on the secondary market, I still see it sell for up to 700,000 pesos. And even if that is considered entry point for these politicians, for the normal people, it's not really going to be an affordable option or a realistic option. And that's why I'm recommending the Casio MTP B190D 1BV as an alternative to this watch kung lodi nyo ang itsura na ito ni Congresswoman Lani. So ang relo na ito, kaya ako napili because of the squarish case shape, the black dial. In terms of the concessions, dun muna tayo sa size. The Patek Philippe 24 4910 measures 25 millimeters across, and this watch is 6.5 millimeters bigger than that in terms of the dimensions of the watch across. Ngayon, other concessions include the materials. So ang relo na ito, it uses stainless steel, the same as the Patek Philippe 24, but the key thing to note here would be the lack of gems on any part of the watch, whether on the sides of the bezel or as markers on the dial. And aside from that, the finishing, it's going to be night and day, like the Timex earlier, especially when you have these two watches in hand. But even with those concessions in mind, magandang option ng relo nito kasi it retails for 5,940 pesos, and that just gives you a good option for a relatively elegant looking watch. This is a unique looking watch. You'll be hard pressed to find the twists that this brings to the typical Cartier design elements. And I know that this is a Patek Philippe we're talking about, but I think just in terms of the elegance and the affordability, this is a watch you have to consider, especially given the price point. Dito sa huling relo ni Congresswoman na titingnan natin, let's look at the case shape. It appears to be the oyster case. The bracelet style, oyster style. Tapos tingnan natin yung dial niya. It appears to be brown. Tapos parang may pattern sa dial na ito na very distinct. They look like flowers even from this point of view. Tapos tingnan natin yung markers nito. You look at the 6 o'clock and 9 o'clock positions. It's very clear that the Arabic numeral 6 and 9 are there. They're quite huge. At sa mga katangian, tingnan this or Rolex date just reference 116200, the one with the floral dial. So the date just is a watch that I think if you're familiar with this channel, it's something that I feature quite a bit. Rolex and the date just is just, you know, they're quite ubiquitous that way. And this is quite simple when it comes to the bezel, kasi smooth bezel ito and the bracelet style. It's the oyster style as opposed to the jubilee style that we typically see on the date just. But I'm a fan of this combination nevertheless. Where the magic really is with the dial of this watch. Nasabi ko nga kanina, it has these unique floral patterns and this brown finish. I think it's just very unique looking. What I would compare this to, though, would be to the dials of Grand Seiko na nature-oriented din kasi ito flowers, and then Grand Seiko typically has these nature-oriented dials. And that's where this dial pales in comparison. This just looks a bit less refined compared to those Grand Seiko dials, those unique textures. Ito parang inukit lang yung pattern, and I don't think it's as appealing, but that's just my take. This watch, the 116200, has already been discontinued kasi meron ng updated reference. But on the secondary market, I still see this watch sell for up to 9,000 euros. Yan ay nasa mga 650,000 pesos plus shipping, taxes, and duties pa. Kasi this specific version is something that I currently lang naman, do not see in the Philippine secondary market. So dahil ang mahal pa rin ng 650,000 pesos plus shipping, taxes, and duties, we have to look at alternatives, and I'm proposing the Erebus Ascent 36, specifically the bronze aventurine version of the watch. So ang relo na ito kaya ako nire-recommend because of the case size, saktong-sakto at 36 millimeters. Apart from that, the shape case, the case shape, the bracelet style, and the dial color. Concession wise, the markers here are quite different, especially with the 6 and 9 positions na doon sa Rolex date just 116200. They're quite evident kasi parang it adopted the Rolex Explorer style except for the 3 o'clock position where there's a date. Speaking of the date, the placement on the Ascent of the date is at the 6 o'clock position, and there's no Cyclops here whatsoever. The movement of the watch will also be inferior to the Rolex, even if this is a mass-produced movement like the Rolex. The Rolex, of course, has the better specifications, the better accuracy. The last concession would be the finishing, which it would not be as clearly different as the Casio versus the Patek Philippe, but it's still going to be quite noticeable. But at the price point, I think, based on the reviews that I've seen, the Ascent is quite well finished for the price na 29,600 pesos sa website ng Erebus plus shipping, taxes, and duties pa. But I think this is just a good alternative overall. Visually, it looks the part. The dial here, it has a unique dial, and just looking at reviews of the Ascent online and Erebus as a brand, kasi ang brand na ito, it's coming from Jody, a watch YouTuber as well, under the YouTube channel Just One More Watch. Medyo well-loved ang relo na ito. So kung medyo may budget kayo at gusto nyo yung relo dito ni Congresswoman, magandang choice ang Erebus Ascent 36. And there are a lot of dial options here. So kung iba ang dial na trip nyo, marami din silang options for you. Ayun! Nakita na tayo ng mga sample ng mga relo ni Congresswoman Lani Mercado Revilla. At kung tama ang aking guess kung ano mga relong ito base sa kanilang katangian, kung bibilhin nyo sila today, maaari kayong abutin ng humigit kumulang 9.5 million pesos na napakalaking pera po niyan, especially considering that this is just a 3-watch sample that we've taken a look at. Napakalaking bagay siguro ng 9.5 million pesos. Tingin ko lang naman para sa mga constituents ni Congresswoman Lani Mercado Revilla, if ever. Ngayon, mag-recap naman ako ng mga relo na tiningnan natin na isinusuot ni former Senator Bong Revilla at ni Congressman Jolo Revilla. At dahil sa mga katangian na yan, tingin ko this are Rolex GMT Master 2, reference 126710, BLNR. I see it sell for up to 1.2 million pesos. At dahil sa mga katangian na yan, tingin ko this are Rolex Daytona, reference 126500LN, where I see it sell for up to 2.1 million pesos. At dahil sa mga katangian na yan, tingin ko this are Rolex Daytona, reference 116520. I see it sell on the secondary market for up to 1.3 million pesos. At dahil sa mga katangian na yan, tingin ko this is a Rolex Daytona, reference 126500LN. They can sell for up to 1.8 million pesos. Dahil po dyan, tingin ko isa itong Rolex Submariner. The Submariner date specifically with the reference 126610LN. On the secondary market, it's going to cost you up to 830,000 pesos. At dahil sa mga katangian na yan, tingin ko this is a Rolex Daytona 126519LN. It sells on the secondary market for up to 2.8 million pesos. At dahil sa mga katangian na yan, tingin ko this is a Rolex GMT Master 2 126720 VT-NR. And I see it sell here in the Philippines for up to 1.2 million pesos. At dahil sa mga katangian na yan, tingin ko this is a Rolex Submariner date, reference 126613. LN. But on the secondary market, I see it sell for up to 1.1 million pesos. Dahil sa mga katangian na yan, this is, I think, a Rolex Daytona 126500LN. And on the secondary market, I see it sell for up to 2.1 million pesos. Now, taking a look at in total of the collections of Congresswoman Lani Mercado Revilla, Congressman Jolo Revilla, and former Senator Bong Revilla. Kung tama ang aking guess kung ano mga relong ito, kung bibili nyo sila on the secondary market, maaari kayong abutin ng humigit kumulang 25 million pesos. And that's a lot of money for these watches. But when I look at these collections, I can't help but feel that there is no personality here. Kung relos lang ang titingnan natin, kung yung mga individual lang na relo, I think these are great watches, and especially the Patek Philippe Nautilus Lady and the full rose gold case and bracelet. Napakagandang relo po niyan. The Rolexes on their own are great watches, but as a collection between these three individuals, I can't help but feel that these are boilerplate watches for saying that you're able to buy these kinds of things. Napakalaking flex lang para sa akin ng mga relo na ito. And there's so little personality behind this collection. Pero opinion ko lang po yan. Kung iba po ang inyong opinion, kung tingin nyo meron pang ibang relo na mas angkop bilang alternative, let me know in the comment section down below. Kung nagustuhan nyo ang video na ito, please hit the like button. At kung trip nyo yung ganitong klaseng content, watch reviews, pagsuri sa mga relo ng mga kilalang personalidad, please subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon. Yun lang po, maraming salamat sa oras ng panonood. Laters, yo!